Alright, so back on the main save, this will be an attempt at a burn inner run using a list that the worst and Malchitrottle, have no clue how to pronounce his name, have been putting together on the Discord. I may tweak it some before we get going. I do not think I like the list as it stands right now. So this is a burn list. And right now you have this weird sort of self-status package with Purify and Mana Jolt and Frozen Hide and Phase Grace. And then you've got 2 Immolates, a Tweak, and 1 Fire Tap, which means that your only way to actually get damage out here is with the 1 Fire Tap, and that's your only immediate damage source. And I do not like that at all. I don't think the Mana Jolt does much for us. I'm fine cutting it. And then I'm fine cutting the Purify. We obviously need the Hobble. We obviously need some way to get tough, and I think Frozen Hide works for that. I don't know that I want 2 Resolute Focuses, but I probably do. 2 Resolute Focuses can be awkward sometimes. I think I probably want 1 regular focus and 1 deft focus. Yeah, that seems okay. So I like having access to the tools. So then our shield generation right now. So we need another fire tap. Let's see how we can fit the other pieces we need. So right now we have, what can we afford to swap out becomes the question. And I think the answer is we can maybe swap 1 of our mana cards for something, for an actual shield gen card. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to swap out the mana shield, and I'm probably going to swap in Overflowing Barrier, because I think that's the best of the shield options that we have. The other option is to bring in, Worst keeps advocating for Soul Shield on the grounds that gives us access to Wits for Brilliant Idea. I'm not sure that's worth it. Let's look at the card pool real quick. We've got Increasing Mana, Mana Surge, Twinning Ritual. Twinning Ritual is good with some of the stuff we can pick up. Drake Egg, obviously mandatory. Sanctity, Peace of Mind, Arcane Silence, Firestorm. So we're not running Fire Mastery, which is interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I know that Worst decided that Increasing Inferno didn't seem worth it, and I'm also not sure about that. I really like Increasing Inferno. But I'm trying to make relatively few changes to this. Although I am absolutely shaking a lot of things up. I think I will run Tweak instead of Brilliant Idea. I think that I would rather have that in the pool. I'd rather just have a second Tweak than have a Brilliant Idea, I think. Okay, this is a thing that Worst does, where he just likes putting most of his mana in like the Epic slot, and then running very light on actual mana in the card pool. And I am not a fan of that approach, I would say. I would much rather have another. I'm not sure we're going to need Resto Shield. I think we're going to hope that we're going to plan around not needing a Resto Shield, and I'm going to get in another mana card. I also don't know if we're going to need the Tweak. The Ferric Rime and the Iceburn, I'm unsure on. The Ferric Rime does give us access to Arcane, but I think without access to Adept in the starting list, it upgrades 15/15. I'm not sold on that being useful to us in boss fights necessarily. I know that Worst other thought was like this would be part of how you're protecting your drakes, but I think even if that is the plan, I would rather have what's the name of it? See, I cut a shield card here. I'm trying to remember which card I cut, but I think I would rather have Spirit Helmet for protecting drakes. And then let me look at some other stuff. So I'm not sold on Warcry. I think we should be able to get enough weak out of Hobble. I really want to get in like a couple more mana cards here. This is one of the main reasons that I'm shifting things around. So what burn cards are we not running? We're not running Frostfire Blast, which seems fine. We're not running Increasing Inferno, which seems a little bit sketchy to me. I think you're going to want, I think you're going to want the ability, because like Fireball is fine, but the fact that we only have the one card, I think is bad. I think we do want the second one, but I'm going to try without it. We'll see what happens. I think I want to get in at least a couple more mana cards. Specifically, I think we want Precarious Draught, and I think we want maybe Predator's Focus. I think we can make Predator's Focus work. But is that all that we want? I'm trying to think if there are other cards I want. I don't hate Shielding Bolt as a way to get shield out, but I think I would rather have the Spirit Helmet. Spirit Helmet gives us another source of tough. I think I like Spirit Helmet more than I like Stone Skin, because Spirit Helmet gives us 10 shield and tough 2. And I think that is better. The 10 shield, and the fact that it also gives it to our allies, it's going to be worth more. And then aside from that, I don't know how I feel about Secret Cache. It is it's a card that I go back and forth on. We'll see how this goes. I'm not totally sold on it, but it'll be fine. Card rewards are nice. Coverable health is nice. We're probably going to assume we don't need these. Yeah, we'll assume we don't need those. For healing, we're just going to plan on bandages. God, fucking always with the stupid Binta hell. We do get to fight Ruby Dragon, though, which is nice. And I think that was, we were fighting Hollow Moss, so we do need to find our cleanse options. Don't think we need the second tweak yet. I do like getting the Mind Seed, though, because that'll give us access to growth. Give me a second. I actually want to make a suggestion. All right. So, I think... sorry, I was distracted by doing stuff. I think we probably take Max Frost, because we are going into the Ramparts, and there are a few fights where that can be useful. And we do have... Well, that makes it harder to specifically try and trip off Frozen Hide. It's kind of hard to guess whether that's going to be better or worse than net neutral. Max Shock also tends to be pretty valuable. And we'll take the Frost Amulet and we'll see if that ends up being good or not. Okay. So, I think we can't do this fight. I would really like that Recycle Armor, but I don't think we can do that fight. So we're going here. Storm Calling is fine, although it takes up space that we want for our Drakes, so we may not want it. I don't hate going after the AI cores. It should be fine. And we get to avoid doing Bintas, so that's nice. Okay, start by tweaking, I think, Mind Seed, just because that lets us get up to 6 growth. And we'll go and get that shield. Yes, it does give out shield, but that's fine. And we get value. Trying to think how we get through things. So now you're dead, effectively. That doesn't do anything for us. We can go ahead and pitch it. And we can get some more tough and some more sturdy. Good defense, everything's fine. Don't need to play the Overflowing Barrier, and we get lethal. Oh no, we don't, because of the shield. I'm not paying attention ever. I refuse to pay attention. You can't make me. Create the Deft Focus. Hope that it finds us some way to get a little bit of damage out. There we go. And then I do really like Spirit Helmet as another defensive option. The Pack Strike could be useful later, but or do I just take the Ice Burn? It's one of these two, I think, right now. We're doing pretty good defensively. I would like to be able to replace the Overflowing Barrier potentially. Give me a second. All right, let's go do that. There's no real, well, no, there's absolutely no point in shocking, because the only thing that could possibly give us value from is if we get exactly that one thing. The Doomstone. Vulnerable also doesn't do anything for us. Okay. We need a little bit more burn on you. Okay. Trying to think through. Do we want any of this in our... I don't think so. Let's draw. Alright. Lots of shield. And we win. And then I think we want the fireball, because that is our AoE burn source. I think we're going to assume that we can make Haunted Flask work, because that just tends to be very useful. Having a card draw trinket is nice. And if we do this, we can apply a lot of burn. I think we upgrade the fire tap. You're just gonna die. Maybe we wanna work on trying to get you down. And keep putting burn on you. So yeah, we just take no damage basically. Get to ignore stuff. Don't explode. All good stuff. We do need to find cleansing at some point. By getting out lots and lots of burn for our fire taps. Okay. Start with that. Tick, tick, tick. Up. That into that. Tick, tick. Gets us that kill. Oh right, we have fireball to do damage now. For some reason I was still thinking like we didn't have any way to actually get damage out. That's absolutely not the case. We have plenty of tough. Plenty of burn. We'll go ahead and just get even more sturdy. We should be fine. Just a matter of drawing back around to our fire taps. Just go ahead and upgrade that. Because it gets us a little bit more damage here, which is what we need. And fire tap wins. That doesn't because it had evasion. And then I think Systems Overload is fine. It's not amazing. I think we'd rather just have card draw. I kind of want to reroll and try the other card. The gain shield is going to be tricky to pull off, but the fact that it could be card draw seems good. Yeah, I want to try this. So we're going to. Still don't have any unique events for this area. Sure. Let's just always guarantee that we can get fire tap turn 1 going off. This jerk. Okay, I don't actually know what the upgrade to this is. Okay. Stays at 2, it becomes draw 3. Alright, we're going to do that, because we kind of need to. Okay. So this is going to be red, even though it should... That's a bug, technically. Alright. And then, yeah. This should, yeah, give us mana. This isn't going to apply as much burn as we would like, but... Oh, this jerk isn't quite dying yet. I just thought it was. That's fine. Oh, that's much worse. I didn't realize it was going to get all of that. That could be a problem. Okay. Just getting mana out of that. Probably should have sequenced this differently to try and leverage Fireball. The good news is the Scyther Beetle isn't trying to bleed us this turn. We just need to not get more shield out from, because the back one should, yeah, summon. Which I guess it wouldn't be in time to save this anyway. But bring that deft focus. And then it feels, again, that feels like it should be, I keep expecting that to be like damage based on, or burn based on damage dealt, instead like a reverse, like a Worm's Bite, or like the other thing, but it is not. May as well get a lot of shield, because we are taking a decent amount of damage now. Okay. Ending this fight is probably going to take a while, because we don't have much in the way of actual good damage sources. Yeah, we keep drawing this alongside the fire taps, which makes it hard to empty the rest of our hand. Sure. More burn. This actually does work out perfectly, though, because we get to go whoomp. Yeah, we'll go and do that. Okay. So we get to avoid taking damage. So the reason the damage on this went down is that some of our debuffs were off at end of turn, which meant that the prediction was wrong because the Predator no longer did as much as it thought it was going to. Alright, let's keep burning down you. So I think we just want to try and focus on trying to get kills. Let's upgrade, I think, the focus. You need more burn. You need more burn. We do need shield this turn to deal with the debuff damage. Okay, so we're one fire tap away from the Scyther Beetle being dead. Or this. This would kill the Scyther Beetle, would it? No, it would not. See what that gets us. Cool. Kind of perfect. This freezes us, which we don't really want right now, although now it doesn't. We can get back mana. Fire tap you to death. Actually reduce the damage there just by the getting rid of the whatchamacallit that was in our hand. We do really need a way to cleanse. So Arcane Silence or Sanctity, aside from like Drake Egg is obviously top priority, but if we don't find that. Alright, let's... Actually, we may as well trigger burn on you. I think killing this jerk makes sense. Alright, we do get that cleanse though, which is nice. Should have plenty of burn now, I didn't even really need to play that. I need to tweak the other fire tap. Okay, yeah. I'm making sure I didn't think that increased the amount of frost on us. Get to draw 3. Not quite what we wanted, but it's fine. Okay, we are absolutely going to upgrade fire taps though, like I said. Although in this case it's not going to matter because we had exactly enough to get. Although, yeah, because the tough and the play there mean this isn't going to kill that one. I think we do copy that though. Oh, Mighty helps. Yeah, Mighty ensures that we can get through that. And then, oh, I should have done that sooner. And you're weak. We're tough. We may as well just do that then. Gets rid of the frail, which slightly reduces damage. And yeah, not a fast deck, but it is going to work. Just turns that on, just turns that on. We get to draw cards with that again, which is good enough. This doesn't do anything for us. First upgrade is still the tweak, because making tweak cheaper is nice. Oh, this just kills. There we go. Nice and clean. And yeah, like this League A fight would have been miserable. I really like Mystical Bloom. I don't think we need Swarm Calling here because it gets in the way of Drakes when we get Drakes. Technically the Purity from the other thing would have been nice, but anyway. I think we want more shield gain from cards. I think we're upgrading the tweak. Doomp. As far as cuts go, I think we do not need... Do we need the Overflowing Barrier? Do we need the Frozen Hide? Yes, because it's our source of sturdy. I'm going to keep this for the moment, because we currently only have 2 cards that actually generate shield. But it may leave at some point. I don't think we need either of those, but it is a elite fight. I don't think we need any of these, though. Well, Shield Wall's not bad, but let's go here. I have no clue how we're getting through Bent to Hell, by the way. Okay, we don't get enough from that. I think that was worth it. We don't quite have enough. Does that get us to 10? Yes. Cool, which kills you. Right, and then shields come out from this jerk, which is incredibly rude. If we upgrade the fire tap, I think we just want to get damage out. Speaking of, let me think. Can we get this off? Probably not, at which point, let's just do that because that kills this front one. And we're blocking that anyway. Okay, so now we're down to just 1. Let's upgrade the... I think we probably just upgrade the fire tap because that's like how we actually win. Shouldn't bother playing that. And then that will... Okay, yeah, front one's dead. We are now down to just needing to kill the core, which I think will probably change modes now. I assume that it has a different thing it does once all of its friends are dead, because otherwise it will never kill anything. Alright. Supply weak. Get our mana back. We have plenty of tough. We don't really need more. And that pop does good stuff for us. So now we're just 1 fire tap away from a win. Sure, why not? Okay. No, so the AI core does it's just toast as soon as you get down its defenses. I like having the cleansing shield. We need the access to cleanse, and now I'm okay cutting the overflowing barrier, I think. Absolutely doubling spyglass. Overflowing barrier we don't need. I still haven't decided if I actually like adjustable protocols, but it's done okay so far. It's kind of like a weird adaptive defenses, because you can theoretically get multiple modes, but lining that up is pretty difficult. Or at least, depending on what the modes are. I think we should probably focus on getting this jerk down, because this one spawns more dorks as soon as it's weakened, which we are actually going to do that. And we'll upgrade this because I think that makes it substantially stronger. And then, this is not going to do anything if I play it now. That still doesn't get us quite where we want to be. That will get us detonation there, though. All right. So I think I need to upgrade that. I think I need to burninate you for value. This is awkward on the mana, but kind of the last card I wanted to see show up at that specific moment. Okay. Set you on fire. That cleanses off some of those debuffs. The week's going to go at end of turn. Oh, hey, that draws the scars. That's right. I was so focused on the fact that it wasn't going to get us other stuff. Maybe I'll do that. So we take a relatively small amount of damage. Ventus Swarm is frozen, which is nice. And this is going to kill that outright, which is very nice. All right, one problem down. We are a bit low on mana. It happens. We could copy this and just get the extra growth. We could also have copied that, but I think the extra growth is worth it. I do like, I think, just getting that out. I just like getting that out. And I don't think we need to play that. Oh, I suppose we could have technically. All right. We hit the breakpoint to summon another Bento. I don't remember if there's a breakpoint for yet another Bento. I feel like there is, but I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and do that just in case. Yeah. Okay. Which doesn't quite kill the last Bento. Or it doesn't quite kill the swarm, but brings the swarm into range of death, which is good enough. Alright, there goes the swarm. Just the little ones left. You're dead. You're dead. I think we may just need the Precarious drop for more mana. Yeah, mana was kind of rough. Alright, now into Benta Hell. Let's see if we can get through it. I still like upgrading that because I think it is way more useful once upgraded. This turns on the fire tap as promised. Let me at least get a detonation out for all that that does for us. Alright, so get that out. And get that out. Okay, so now it cannot do the thing because it doesn't have stuff right now. Draw cards. We're still on this patch with this bug where it can get way too many friends. That kills this basically. More burn on you. Draw cards. Yeah, we're just going to use this for the little bit of mana, I think. And it has the advantage of actually being a mana card that turns on Deft Focus, which is useful to us. That ensures that this dies at the end of turn, which is good for us. Absolutely more shield is good. And then this will pop off some of that powerful, which is going to make life a little easier for us. Okay. So we are bleeding too, but this dork is still stacking powerful, but okay. I don't think we need to stack more burn. I think we're good. Would love to have a burn payoff though. Wouldn't that be cool in our burn deck if we could find a burn payoff? You know, I'm just saying, like, I think it would be nifty. Keep trying to deal with these. The manifestations have been to hell. I think we are going to dupe this, because I think we get a lot of value out of that. Although, we are about to have to deal with it hitting breakpoint. I'm not actually totally certain what happens when it hits breakpoint. Oh no, yeah, because it loses, it gives out powerful to all of its friends. Okay. I think it summons friends if there are empty spots, but in this case there weren't, so. Get even more sturdy. We do not have enough burn on anything except this one. Okay, we can get rid of the cleansing of that. We can burn you out. So just one less jerk to deal with. And we can absolutely just take that poison damage. Alright. We're going to make it through Bent to Hell with a relatively small amount of struggle, it looks like. So it's going to take out some of that powerful. Going to draw some cards. And we can freeze ourselves. Why not? Takes us up to the full 24. Definitely want to do that. And that. Because we want to get as much. I suppose it doesn't matter how much burn we get out. We functionally are going to have lethal regardless. And yeah, you need to die. I cannot afford to put the arcane on the front one because we just need to stop the Bentas from spawning. Which is the only way that we escape this. I've gotten better at navigating Bent to Hell. That's definitely the case. Let's see. Firestorm gives us a way to take advantage of all the burn we're setting up. Arcane Robes. I don't think that's... I think we'd rather have the extra shield and the extra max shield. Although it's a pretty close thing. Starting Wits and Starting Growth is fine. It's probably more useful than the Frost Amulet now. As far as upgrades go, I think Fireball Plus, because I think being able to play that cheaply is important. I don't think there's anything I want to cut. I'm going to keep the adjustable protocols for now. They've done enough for us. Like, they haven't been spectacular, but... Alright, we get to fight Fire Phoenixes, which is nice. Gives us some AoE. And we can get a Mystic Ritual. Which is also a card that I am known to be a fan of. Let's see. Drawing cards. Put out burn on everyone. Trigger burn on one thing. We do desperately need more. We do definitely need to find our fireball. Alright, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do that even though it's going to burn off most of the burn. So I think that was worth it. Yeah, it means that we get this kill. Yeah, we have to do that now. Alright, so we take no damage yet. Okay, there's the fireball. And that gives out a good amount of burn. I'm absolutely seeing why Worst was saying like the fireball is good enough. Last time I did this, I want to say like I just did not get as much value out of fireball as I would have liked. But here is absolutely pulling its weight. I think we're going to save this because we want to make sure that we can not get arcane detonated. We would like to keep all of our buffs. And we get a freeze. So we don't have to worry about the other annoying thing that happens this turn. But you go away. And now that'll work. Okay. So far it's been very clean, which I think a second fireball is good. I think we like having the second fireball so that then we can cut the immolate. Stats applied by cards. I mean, I guess it has text. We'll take it. What are our... We're fighting Ruby. Because we probably need to find more cleanse than just the one cleansing shield. So I think we just upgrade that. Are we doing this now? I think so. That works out pretty nicely for us. You're just going to burn to death, so. Although, I suppose I don't have as much mana as I would like. We may just copy this to get extra shield. Yeah, that seems okay. Just because we want to make sure we don't take any damage here. We want to make sure we're tough for the rest of the fight. Bye. Okay, so these dorks... Okay, so we have the Firestorm. Firestorm is going to end up doing very good work for us, I think. Because it's going to kill. I should have actually pointed at this one with the other thing. I'm going to go do that, because that will still turn on Resolute Focus. And we'll just go and do this, which will kill all of them except for this one. And that one is still dead on its next turn, so close enough. And like, I could blow it up now, but it's not even doing any actual meaningful damage to us. No, it's really not. It occurred to me like it could have critted us technically to do something. Bonk. And all of this is without actually having a proper... Oh, I suppose that the... So I was going to say without a proper wind condition, but the Firestorm is a proper wind con. Stoke. There we go. Finally. It's another way to get us actual wins. We like both of these cards, so we'll go here. Although the Drakes can be a bit of a nuisance. Because like we can't tag them with Fireball. We can get them with that other thing. I'm debating using the Spyglass. No, we can use the Haunted Flask to get the mana. And then tag you, throw Burnout on everyone. And now we are one Fire Tap. We are one Firestorm away from instant victory. I don't think there's really a ton of point in... Well, the Mystic Plume is okay, I guess. I think it does something for us a little, technically. But mostly, we should draw the Firestorm next turn, and that'll win us this fight. The Firestorm becomes worse in Area 3 once we're dealing with things that have substantially more than, like, this amount of HP. But right now, they don't. So, right, this is actually going to work out, because we're going to upgrade that, and then we're going to have enough mana. Goodbye. Alright, yeah, we need that Sanctuary. Firebolt would have been good, but we need that Sanctuary going into Emerald, or going into Ruby, I think. I think we upgrade the Mana Shield here. Debating if I want to use the Haunted Flask. I think so. Yeah, I was pretty sure that this was just going to be one of those times where... Probably should have just gone at this one again. So this will immediately just consume all of the burn. But it kills the front one. It does okay damage. Yeah, I think we're fine doing that. Let's just make good progress towards the kill, even if it does leave us burnless again. Should have pointed that at the other thing. Whatever. Oh, we don't have enough mana for that. I was going to say what it's going to play just to give us tough. So we explode. Go to exactly 0 shield. That's fine. Takes away our purity rank. Burn on you. Shield on us. Pop one of those off, and away we go. There's our other fireball. See what we get. Okay, so we need to pay 1 mana here. Oh, that has to go at you. That's annoying. But that will put burn on the front enemy, so then we can fire tap it. So we can adjustable protocols to get mana. We're looking at taking damage here, aren't we? Scenario first to avoid that. Maybe. So we're just kind of hoping to find mana here. Okay, that's mana. We can apply weak, which is applying weak our best option? I think so. Okay, and then yeah, we're going to take 1 whole point of damage, which is, I would say, manageable. So Firestorm does good work on the back one, doesn't do much on the front one. Now Firestorm is good on either one of them, but Firestorm is currently in our bin. So I think it's like the second time we've taken health damage this run. Okay, there's this. So that's going to kill the front one. We are taking more damage here. Okay, we're not actually taking health damage there. I was too lazy to actually bother doing even the basic math required to determine that. And we just stoke and we get back our 1 health we lost. Okay, finally a Drake egg. This will help keep our Drakes alive. We're just going to upgrade the Drake egg so that we can start summoning, because we want to be summoning the good Drakes from the beginning. I think we can cut one of the Immolates now. Although, that's a bit iffy, but I think with the 2, whatever, and especially going into these, that we can justify that. Okay, let's upgrade that. So, they're going to try and give us burn, but they're going to fail. Absolutely going to spyglass that. Oh, we should do this first, though. There's room for 1 more before it'll start deleting a summon. Go ahead and do that. Do that. And at that point, we can Firestorm safely. The odds of us getting mana are very good, though, with this. Okay. We can pop you into egg form. There's a decent chance that we have to let these things hatch, but it's not the end of the world. Okay. Oh, we can do that, duh. Let's try and figure out how we sequence this. And the answer is easily. And that will actually end up popping off one of those rings. Okay, so if we draw Stoke or Consume, we can actually deal with the front one at least. Okay. So this helps because I wanted to get burn on that back one. And there we go. Phoenix is down. Not a Phoenix down, that's a different thing. All right, Feed the Flame seems okay. Blessed Belt seems very good because that's just more tough, but more boosts from tough. I think now we can cut the Frozen Hide because we have 2 other ways to get, although it is still our sturdy source. Maybe not. Trying to figure out what we cut. I think we can now cut the Immolate because we picked up the other Immolate because we picked up the Feed the Flames. Mana is still a little bit rough, but it's not too bad. This is still being very useful for turning on Fire Tap on turn 1. Let's upgrade that, even though this would probably have been the better upgrade. Okay. Yeah, I should have tried to get out one more thing so I could have gotten to 12 growth. Got us an extra mana this turn. Okay, let's draw cards. And then I guess we're doing let's see what happens there. Does that delete one of our guys? It does. I wasn't sure if it would, because it could have been bugged. Like, obviously it should have deleted one of our guys. That is the correct thing for it to do. So that'll apply burn to everyone. And then this will finish off all of them except for the back one, and we can fire tap the back one to death. Yeah, fire tap is very satisfying sometimes. When it works on these. Okay, so I think we do need another mana card. I think we will take the Cornered Focus. I think we're doing okay on Growth Generation. Firestorm is still good against like these weaker enemies, but it gets... Yeah, I still just am not sure if I like it against the some of the tankier enemies we'll fight later. May as well get Bomb. Yeah, we still want to get that guy off at the table as soon as possible, I think. Let's get more burn on everyone. And this is not quite going to kill you, but it is going to get close. And we once again don't have to worry about getting actually burnt. Or actually, yeah, burnt. That is indeed the thing. Because of things. Okay, we can upgrade one of the fire taps. And we're going to do that first so that then the fireball will give maximum carnage. Oh, no, I should have done that first. We're going to pitch this, which is going to give us burn on all of them, and it's going to take off one of those stacks. So this is unfortunately not something we can copy usefully. But we can at least force the back one also into egg mode. So we should be able to get this. Oh, I forgot to copy that. Okay, we need more burn. Okay. This is awkward, but you are going to kill, so that's something. So now we just have one left. And yeah, we are probably not going to be able to, yeah, we're not going to be able to kill this one. But, and there's no point in playing that. Just spends a lot of mana and doesn't actually accomplish anything. Because yeah, you're just going to transform. We can do this. Let's get a tool. And this will let us just pop off some debuffs. Or pop up some buffs, I guess. Which is nice. So we are going to take a little bit of damage here. But, yeah, 3 damage. Which, once again, we are going to be able to heal back. And... oh, that's still not quite lethal. But that is. Goodbye. I don't think we need another one. I think we'd rather just have another Void Fire. Or I'd rather have a Void Fire than another Fireball. Because that's a bit of AoE, which is nice. That is very good. I'm going to assume that the Drakes will be fine, which could be foolish, and probably is foolish. But we have the Spirit Helmet, so... I think we are moving on, and we are hoping that we are good. Like I said, mana issue, still a little bit questionable. But we're taking a Ruby Dragon card here because they're both pretty good. Alright. It is still the case that we will sometimes just get these hands that are pretty rubbish for burn. But that's part of why we have the thing that gets us this door. Alright, that gets us some burn out. Yeah, we can't quite get this useful right now, but we at least don't get set on fire this turn. We will get set on fire this turn. And we're going to treat that. Oh, I should have gotten strong more cards before we do that. So this will not pop out the babies yet. And this won't either. We get to dodge one of the burns, and then we get to get attacked this turn for basically nothing, which is nice. So one of the notes here is we could... Okay, I said we could, and then I just did it. Because I could. I think we're pitching the fireball. I don't think that's coming out this turn. So we draw out of that. I think we do not want to play this. Not that we could, I guess. The nice thing is because neither of the drakes came out doing burn, we are completely safe here. We take like one whole damage. And because we had a burn, we have a burn at the start of our turn, this dork decides to try and do that to us. Although this one is going to be a problem because it is actually trying to apply burn to us. Although, we're going to be able to get purity and even get this value. So now we will not get burned. We will not have burn on us at the end of turn. I think we're going to go ahead and pop you, take off, get you closer to death, and we can draw some cards. Alright, that's going to be good. That's actually just going to outright kill the front one and the middle one, and then do major damage to you, and we get Drake superior to Ruby Dragon. Alright, Fiery Presence is very good. That's kind of the one I want more than the other. This is probably better. We don't actually care that much about Elemental Staff. It's basically only useful for the Mystical Blooms specifically. Figuring out upgrades is hard. I think the Fireballs upgrades still make sense, just because we really want to be able to play them at the beginning of turn. And I think we are moving on. Okay. So we're going into Maw, so we do want to fight this. And then we'll just go through here. Starting with this fight. This dork is a jerk. Okay. That works out pretty nicely. I think we do not want to use the fire tap this turn, because I don't think we want to deal with getting opportunisted, and because that leaves the potential of if we get opportunisted, there's a chance that it swaps to setting up opportunist again, which we really don't want to deal with. Okay. And actually, we're going to copy the Drake Egg. Oh, we want to do this first, though. As much burn out as possible. So one fun thing here is we are going to get the combo here, where we get to play both. We get to use one Phoenix card, trigger the other Phoenix card. Yeah, we do not do much damage, but it doesn't matter. And then we can pop. We cannot pop off anything. We just do not have the growth yet. We'll get there. Fortunately, we still don't have to deal with opportunists this turn. We will next turn, but next turn is not this turn. And next turn may never arrive for this guy. Okay, if we play this, it doesn't quite kill the back one. I think we just actually set up shield. That's fine. It's not my favorite thing, but... Oh, this is an AoE. Okay, but it's the first AoE hit we've seen on our drakes, which means that the drakes get to dodge. Okay. And at this point... Oh, I was trying to think of a way to get to this, but I guess I can't. That's going to kill you. That's going to kill you. Very low damage conflict rates, but it's fine. I think we just take a Mind Seed. I think we just need more mana. Although we are also getting a clear focus here in a moment. Right, this is this variant of this fight, which is kind of the less scary one for the deck we are on right now, because it means we don't have to deal with the opportunists, which I would say are currently the more annoying of the things. Let's do that, because we do decide that we want to hobble, and we want all of those dorks on the table first. Okay. Go ahead and fire tap you. That's not happening this turn. Okay. So we are going to get mana out of this and cards, which is nifty. Although, not going to do that much for us. Alright, we have 9 damage burn. I forgot completely that we are at 9 damage burn ticks because we got that one thing. That's very useful to us. We can get those out. So we could play this. I think this is better. I think we want to try and get damage on you. I don't actually pay attention to what numbers are happening. I just care that we're winning. That's the only thing that matters to me. All right. Oh, that's gonna have to hit you. That's fine. Oh, but these are gonna have to hit you as well, which is less fine. Not a huge problem, but it is really annoying. Okay, cool. We have enough to do that. Which means, oh, that's only going to do 1. It's really annoying. Still worth it. Because it draws cards. Okay. So that's 1 down. And now we just need... Alright, this will not quite blow us up, but it will get us close. Do we care? No? I think that was worth it. Alright, we're actually going to take 1 extra damage from that. But we're also now safe to hit this back one. Oh, yeah, so we have a shield for once. Get you out of the way. So now it's just down to this one. There we go. Prismatic shield is fine. Incandescent focus is fine, but we really want the clear focus, which just solves some problems. I think this is better for us than the Key of Wisdom. I would rather have just 2 ways to get extra draw. I would rather just have 2 extra draw trinkets. These guys are jerks. I should have done that first. I was not thinking. We can, however, now do that. And we can summon Drake into Drake, which will get us Conflagrates. Not Confladrakes, those are different. So I think what we want to do is tag you, and then do that. Tap you for a bit of damage. Tap you for a bit more damage. Keep the damage train flowing. And I think we just want to get more burnout instead of playing this. Okay. So we are now cursed, but that helps with that. We can hit exact 0, but there's no real benefit to doing that. And this kills you or gets close. Just gonna kill you. And we get to draw some cards. And we freeze ourselves. Let's upgrade that. We're not upgrading this because it just gets 2 mana cheaper now, which is not useless, but it's not the most important thing. We might end up playing this turn. We'll see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play it. We are primed to Firestorm to nearly kill the elemental itself. Although, we would like to get burn on this front one. There we go. So that now, this will kill, actually ends up killing both of them. Alright. I may have changed my mind about wanting a third Fireball. They have done pretty good work at being our AoE burn sources, and Firestorm needs a lot of powering. Because we want to get Firestorm, ideally we want to get to 10 so the Firestorm is self-sustaining. Okay. So we want to play this. On you, sure. As it gets out 8 burn. I think we want to upgrade the Mystical Bloom to make that more useful. I think we're going to save this until we can pair it with the other thing. We'll go and do that though to get all of that out. And we are tough, and we will go ahead and pop you. Right, we are now we are lightly cursed. We may actually want to do this after we have cleared the deck. We're going to do that. By which I mean we want to actually get the Drake, which requires us to get this kill out. And at this point I think we want to draw and try and find shield access, which may not be forthcoming at this rate. Yeah, no shields for us. That's unfortunate. You'll just save a lot of mana though and kill you, which means that we take less damage here. This is the first time we've even threatened really to be below recoverable, so we can now actually get bandages, which you'll recall was my initial plan for how we were going to deal with stuff. Mana? That was fine. If we weren't going to get mana, that's kind of the next best thing, especially since we could afford it. Alright, so we are cursed, so we do get attack. Oh, we are going to take a little bit more than is listed because we're going to get one more curse here. Yeah, so we end up taking 2x2 damage. But that's still a functionally irrelevant amount of damage. Upgrade that. I should have just done that first. It's not going to matter, I think. You die to that, and then the back one is going to not die, but it's going to be in a bad way. And if we can find Firestorm, we can just win. And that's not Firestorm, but it should be good enough. There we go. Contemplate seems okay. This is pretty good, but I think we would rather have this, and I think we would rather have that. Don't need that, don't need that. We'll just discard. Oh, I went the wrong way. I don't know why I thought I was going to go. I guess this gets us through the 2 events. We don't need that right now, so we are going to Fireball. Go and do that. More Fireball. More Fireball. I shouldn't have pointed it here because we're going to Firestorm, which is going to kill that back one anyway. Or which is going to kill the Shade anyway. So we can get mana. That'll work. Hey, there's a bandages. Question is, do we want to just use the bandages, or do we want to try and get... Oh, the bandages we'll keep, because we're level 10 now. We don't need to play the bandages. Bandages. We don't need no stinking bandages. That's, I think, the quote. Alright, let's think. Which is difficult for me. So there's a very good chance that this gets us mana. But if we can do this, we can still have... Okay, we just got kind of unlucky there. I should have used this on it. We are looking at potentially exploding, which is not my favorite thing. Go ahead and do that. Just get burn on everything. Yeah, we fortunately do not get detonated here. And, oh, we don't have enough juice to freeze everyone. And we'll do that. Yeah, I love the tink 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 when we don't even have any actual plated. Alright. Fireball you. Fireball you again. Yeah, I don't think I care about that. It wants me to care about it. I suppose we can go ahead and freeze, just get the front ones frozen. Yeah, there goes the Drake. But we also got rid of all of the summons, which is some value. Deciding how I want to do this. I think the answer is like this. And we can pop off one of the powerful stacks. I don't think that's worth it. Well, I say that. We may as well. Right. Rude. Just need to find, yeah, the Firestorm. Ideally, we would want to get stuff up on you first, but that's not looking like it's going to happen. We will do that, though. All right. So now we just have the itty-bitty one in the front. We do want to get shield, though, because we do not want to have to take damage when it explodes. But it may take us another turn or two in order to explode it. I should have done that to get the mighty out. That's fine. Donk, donk, donk. And we get the kill. Okay. I don't think we need another Mystical Bloom. I don't think we need a Horrifying Mutation. I'm not super thrilled on the Twinning Ritual because I don't know that we can afford it. We're just going to reroll and take, yeah, perfect. And then I think everything here is fine. Like this is normally pretty bad, but it actually is often functionally a draw trinket. Let me do other things. Okay, so I am thinking, which is difficult for me still. And we don't need to cut anything, it'll be fine. So we have at least 2 more fights. We may have to go through CPU. We'll see. I don't actually hate upgrading this here, because it will let us just gain some quick mana. Get out of that. Let's pitch that, I guess. More burn on everybody. Just blow everything immediately. And then Firestorm will kill the Shades. I should be, instead of copying whatever, I should be, instead of using the Spyglass on the Drakes, I should technically probably be using it on the Firestorm, but why would I do that? Alright, and then we can pop off one of the fortify stacks. Why not? Should be focusing on burning out the front one because the back one, because the front one is going to get burned back from these dorks. This is up on cards, so it's worth doing first. It's still up on cards, so we still want to do that first. And then bonk. Okay, so next turn is the problem turn. Fortunately, our drakes have 2 ranks of evasion, so they will not die. Alright, we can give tap to all our friends. Do we just do this and get out more burn? Or do we get more shield in preparation for next turn? I think we do that because it's actually like 10 damage, which is relevant. We want to get this kill out. Okay, it looks like the front one is going to hatch this turn, which is actually good for us. Hi. Alright, so now we only have to tank 1 big hit this turn. So obviously makes life easier on us. To that, which does actually burn up the count as a spell, so that turns off the resolute focus. I want to do that first. All right, we just kind of want to get as much damage on this Dirk as we can. Although, unfortunately, we didn't get the kill, so we are going to take a bunch of damage here. Because, yeah, this is, I think, the first time we've taken recoverable this entire run. I should not kill this Dirk this turn, even if it... Yeah, because that is going to be lethal. The prediction is wrong. It always is for those. And we would really like to not have to deal with the hatching this turn. Ideally, we want to kill it on a turn that we have Mystical Bloom, but that may or may not end up happening. Okay, there we go. So we have Mystical Bloom, but we have to kill it first. And then we have to have mana to play Mystical Bloom, which... Okay, there we go. It's only going to, we're only going to be able to pop off one of the Frenzy stacks, but that's still a full extra turn of nonsense we don't have to deal with, which is obviously good. Annoying that we're going to be bleeding. Here, we can cleanse off the blade. Gives shield, but it's a relatively minor amount of shield. Okay, that does a lot of damage. The blade does more damage, and then our drakes are going to finish off. Yes. Cool. Just took some damage, not too bad. Could be worse. Ossifying Strike doesn't do anything that much for us. Stoke the Fire again is good. Let's see what we get here. It is... Nope, you cannot have that. We are going to have to do this fight. Do that combo. May as well line that up. I think we want to still see if we can get a little bit more burnout before we use the Firestorm. Okay. Now seems like an okay time to... And I think that this is a place where we do just copy the Firestorm twice. Or, I mean, by copy the Firestorm, I mean play the Firestorm twice. So the nice thing is we do end up net positive on burn. Okay, good. We got the Firestorm back to hand before it finished burning, because I was afraid that we were going to have too many treasures in hand. Alright, and then thanks to the 9 damage, this goes so much better if you have either the trinkets that makes that do extra damage, because that would have taken us probably a full extra turn if we didn't have, if we weren't applying a bajillion burn per tick. We're just going to assume that we have enough cleanse, which could be erroneous, but we'll see. Let's do that. Okay. Let's think. I think we do that. I think we do pitch this. Okay, we need to play this. I shouldn't have targeted that one because it was just going to evade. Which is pretty much knowable because it always does. I do want to get more burnout, but I think that playing the Sanctuary is probably more important. Just in terms of making sure this turn goes well. I kind of just want to pop off one of these dorks. Although, maybe we'll do that. Applies more burn. Pop that dork to death. Okay. This guy's going to be a pain in the butt because of all that poison blood going off once we use that one thing. I think we will actually upgrade that. None of that's really what we're looking for. Although if we get the kill in one turn, then it doesn't matter if the Firestorm would cause problems. Alright. So that's going to doop. Oh right, and upgraded Firestorm also does ticks burn more often. Okay, yeah, so like we upticked a bunch of poison, but it didn't matter. Second tweak seems fine. We have a lot of cards in our deck that we want to upgrade. This doesn't seem useful. This doesn't seem that useful. That doesn't seem that useful. Discard. Event. Let's see what happens. Alright, so no CPU. Gonna go ahead and rest. Get live energy for the artifact. That's useless. That's not super great. That's useless. Go ahead and use the reroll. None of that matters. That's okay, but not super great. Useless. Basically useless. Or worse than what we have, because just like the plus 20% on top is so good. There's probably things we would cut here. I'm not sure what they are. Voidfire is actually kind of underwhelming. Voidfire can go. Like we are able to play it for free decently often, but in this we're only fighting one enemy. I think I care less, and it is only 2 burn, which is a relatively small amount. I could probably cut the Frozen Hide, but yeah. I also don't think we really need to cut anything. I think we are probably golden. Alright, let's draw some cards. I think we do just upgrade the Mind Seed. Do that, just finish off the front one. And I think I would rather keep the Purity than set up the Tough this turn. So I didn't play things. Okay. Let's think. That's got to happen. I think this has to happen. Well, does it? I think that's expensive enough that it doesn't need to happen. I'm gonna upgrade that. And then I want to get this Purity out, but I think doing the other things here is more important. But we don't need these detonations, actually. So we can only save the Purity for next turn. Keep upticking. Alright, that's going to get us some conflict rates. I absolutely want to get that out first to get as much damage as possible. I absolutely want to do that. And we will eventually play this Fiery Presence, but we may as well get as much burn out of it as we can. I don't know if it's even worth playing that, but hey, it was. Alright, that gets his mana boost for next turn. We get even more burn out. Okay, so that is curse on our Drakes. I think it's going to be fine. Yeah. We're going to play that. And we're just going to Sanctuary. And we have put shield up to keep our dorks alive. Okay, Shadow Ray, though, can draw us good things. It'll mostly draw us, like, fireballs, which are medium. But... oh, hey. It's a nice amount of burn. So we may as well do this now. Just in the interest of getting so much burn out. Okay, and then yeah, we are just gonna stoke for so much damage. And let's get a closing screenshot. So yeah, I like the changes I made. I think the deck overall does work very well. Like I said, Fireball, I did end up liking. I think I might still want Increasing Inferno in the list just as a safety net. Because if you don't find a Fireball early, we found 30 Fireballs and they worked great. But if you don't find those, and if you don't find, if you don't get to fight Fire Phoenixes and take their cards, I think you might want an Increasing Inferno just like as a fallback. I do think I agree with no Fire Mastery. I think I agree with no Frostfire Blast. I think both of those are just, they are not the payoffs you're looking for, I think. But yeah, that overall went very well. So that is it for this run. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles.